Thank you. So, oh, excuse me. So hi everyone, and welcome to today's call to the webinar. Thank you so much for being on here. We really appreciate the time that you've taken to come aboard and just to listen to what we have with, oh, a bit of a frog in my throat today, with the ASEA, with the ASEA products, the ASEA business, and about your health, because that's why we're here really. So I'd like to introduce this, today, Steve. Now, Stevie Aquilina, he is a family man. He's a father of 4 and a husband to his wonderful wife. He's been with ASEA for almost 6 years now. He's also an international entrepreneur. He's a leading sales executive and marketer and sales trainer. He's also a mindset mentor and public speaker, and he's very good at that too. So his expertise is in sales and marketing, sales training, public speaking, network marketing, social media, success mindset, which is amazing, and the law of attraction. And he does martial arts as well. So this is his expertise. And we welcome everyone on the call. And so welcome, Stevie. We'd love to hear your story.
Whoops, I had my mic on mute. I was saying thank you, Vikki, for the very lovely introduction. Thank you very much for being here and looking after me. And thank you, everyone, for being here with me too and spending your valuable time with me. I don't intend to waste it. So let's jump into the purpose, at least the first purpose anyway, of why we're here today, to learn about this tremendous breakthrough. All right, so my family and I, as Vikki said, my family and I, we live in Australia, and originally we are from Sydney, but now we live on the Gold Coast, which was a dream come true, and we can make that happen. We're minutes from beautiful beaches, mountains, rainforests, coastal cities, theme parks. We absolutely love it. I am very, very blessed in my life, and we have an income, time, and freedom that allows me to enjoy a great lifestyle with my family. That's also taken us to many parts of the world that were once upon a time just way too far out of my reach. But it's not always been good vibes and good times. When I was a child, I was kind of difficult to parent and school, and I never made the grades and a little bit of a weirdo. And I was often told I was useless, stupid. And if you're told something often enough, especially if you're young and impressionable enough, you usually start to believe stuff like that. So later I became a teenage runaway and a high school dropout. And with that kind of thinking, let me tell you, I walked myself way off track on life's journey throughout my teens and 20s. Over the years, I had more than 20 different jobs in less that time. For over a decade, I was a very dumb but very good looking bouncer in what used to be the most popular nightclubs in Sydney. Okay, kidding about the good looking part. Probably not about the dumb part though. But really, I wanted to be, do, and have more. Honestly, though, I truly wanted to give more. I had big dreams, but very little self-esteem. Now, physically, I've always been athletic, even to this very moment, mainly in martial arts, as Vikki said. But back then I had health troubles, autoimmune disorder, inflammatory issues, severe skin, respiratory, and gut conditions most of my life, lots of bad injuries. Financially, back then, I got myself stuck in go nowhere jobs, with hopes going nowhere, no prospects, no financial security, no financial dignity. I've had the phone, electricity, gas cut off, not able to run my car on anything more than petrol fumes. I've not been able to make the rent. I've been evicted. I mean, no financial dignity. I've always believed in possibilities, but my problem was I doubted my potential. I was trapped, unfulfilled, unhappy, frustrated because I wasn't able to be who I wanted to be. Now, some things in my life started to happen that were very fortunate. The first thing was I met the girl of my dreams. And right then and there, in that moment, I was motivated more than ever before to become more. She believed in me, and that was a big deal. Always told me that I was more. And I guess when you're told something often enough. Now, the second very fortunate thing that happened to me is I was introduced to this company's life-changing breakthrough opportunity and trainings. The company leaders are extremely successful people and believed in me too, and taught me how to believe and become more. Today, fast forward to now, instead of having health problems and wealth problems, I solve them for me and others because of this life-changing breakthrough. Instead of financial indignity and insecurity, I have security and dignity because of this life-changing opportunity. And instead of being trapped, unfulfilled, unhappy, frustrated, I now have more, with the ability to believe and become more, because this company's training has shown me a life-changing better way. And now I want nothing more than to better people's lives in at least any one of these life-changing ways too. And so first, what I'm going to be sharing with you is the most significant health and life science breakthrough of our lifetime, according to medical doctors, medical experts, who say this is a very big breakthrough, greater than the discoveries of DNA or penicillin. For 2 decades, science had declared that this was impossible. This is a breakthrough with enormous potential, proven by renowned universities, world-leading laboratory medical studies, a very advanced breakthrough, 15 years ahead of its time. Any health goals or challenges you can think of, remarkable result. And drug companies wanted it shut down, but more about that a little later. Before I tell you what this is, let's be clear about what this is not, because this is nothing like anything else you've ever seen before. What we'll be talking about goes well beyond drugs or nutrition, well beyond any type of ingredients or technology you already know about, because what I'm about to show you is an entirely new frontier in science that is truly groundbreaking and a category creating healthcare breakthrough. The ASEA Redox cell signaling technology is a drink that contains active redox signaling molecules. What are those? Redox molecules are made by your cells, so they are in your body. They are native to your body. They are your cellular messengers that affect your cell-to-cell communication and all the way down to your genetic expression in a positive way. Redox signaling is a remarkable process because it is the actual process that empowers your body to heal itself by telling your cells how to protect healthy cells, repair unhealthy cells, and replace damaged cells. Redox signaling also activates your body's immune system to protect against bacteria, viruses, and infection. Redox signaling is what keeps cells functioning and healing at optimal levels. Why is this all so important? Because we are all made of cells. All of us, every single part of us. We live and die at the cellular level. Healthy cells, that makes up a healthy body, of course, a healthy life. Now, redox signaling molecules are the keys to life. They are essential for the activation and function of our normal physiology. All of our body's major systems, biochemical and physiological, critically depend on redox signaling. Underline critically, because if all of our cells, if all of your cells were to suddenly stop making redox signaling molecules right now, you wouldn't live longer than just a few more seconds. Without your redox molecules, life ends. So if our body already makes redox molecules, why do we need to give our bodies more? Well, when we're born, we do make an abundance of these redox signaling molecules. That's generally why children have so much energy and how they can run around all day and not wake up sore the next, how they can bounce back so quickly from an injury or illness. However, as we age, along with stress, poor diet, toxins, and lots of other environmental assaults, our cells break down. And our body's ability to make redox molecules declines daily. Without as many redox molecules giving clear cell signals, our whole cellular protection and healing process becomes slow, less efficient. Our cells break down more, and so does our health, wellness, youth, and vitality. ASEA takes science seriously and is highly committed to ongoing research with renowned universities and world-leading laboratories, allowing these outside and independently reviewed studies to prove the potential of ASEA redox signaling supplements, demonstrating the safety and efficacy of the ASEA Redox products, certifying them as safe and effective in everybody. And ASEA is within a very real and significant space of science because redox is based in Nobel Prize winning research. Since the first Nobel Prize was awarded to these 3 professors back in 1998 for the first discovery of redox signaling molecules, there have now since been multiple Nobel Prizes awarded for research in this field. If you went along to pubmed.gov, which is where all peer-reviewed medical studies are published, and you typed in redox signaling, you would see well over 33,000 results. There are more than 1,500 medical textbooks that have been published on redox signaling, and this slide would already be out of date There are around 150 studies coming out almost every single month. And so according to medical researchers, and as reported in this article from the Huffington Post, redox signaling is one of the fastest emerging fields in science that will shape all of our lives in the coming years. There are now multiple universities who've received tens of millions of dollars in grants to open up redox research centers. There are now global medical conferences and congresses being held about redox. Medical doctors are specializing in redox, with one such professor, a doctor at Harvard Medical School, who has a PhD and a title that includes Director of Redox Medicine. And ASEA is already light years ahead. ASEA redox users enjoy cell signaling benefits, which translates to health at its most foundational level. Here's just one example. ASEA redox has been scientifically tested and shown to signal the activation of genetic pathways and affect genes that improve immune system health, help maintain a healthy inflammatory response, help maintain cardiovascular health and support arterial elasticity, improve gut health and digestive enzyme production, and modulate hormone balance to support vitality and wellness. These genes are key in the health of every individual and play a vital role, not just in the 5 mentioned human health areas, but in dozens of additional genetic pathways. Moreover, ASEA redox has been scientifically tested and shown to enhance your body's own production and efficiency of antioxidants by up to 800%. Further studies show that ASEA lowers oxidative stress. The head professor of that university study saying that one of the most important effects of ASEA on what he called disease risk factors is its ability to reduce oxidative stress. That's significant because all degenerative health conditions are caused by oxidative stress. And from rigorous toxicology studies, ASEA is proven to be 100% safe, 0% toxicity. Why? Because redox signaling molecules are native to your body. They're already in you. Your body already makes them. It's just that now your body can't make as much of them as it used to when it was younger and or healthier. And so if you have health challenges, or if you have people that you care about who do, if you have a wish that you could look, live, and feel young again, if you have the very good sense for protecting your health because you don't want to become old and unwell, if you have a goal of having higher levels of human performance, greater athleticism, better in sport, bigger and stronger in the gym, any health goal you can think of, redox users and medical doctors are seeing just remarkable results. But rather than just taking my word for it, let's listen to some medical doctors right now.
Redox signaling molecules are like the DNA whisperer. They signal cells to be healthy. And because of age, because of medications, because of toxicity in the environment, you lose your ability to make the redox signaling molecules. So having them with ASEA simply replenishes what your body is doing natively when you were young. You know, I've been in the business for 40 years, and this is the first time that I've ever heard about the redox signaling molecules, which to me is a breakthrough of the 21st century, akin to the electric light bulb in the 20th century and maybe even the discovery of penicillin. Because your body is a redox signaling program, and to be able to replenish it on a day-to-day basis, internally and externally, is not just a breakthrough, it's a game changer.
Health is something we have to earn. What can I do to get to the root of things and really prevent problems from happening? Is it possible? And the answer is yes.
You know, I think most people don't actually really consider their health until it's gone. So it's the choices that we make today that are going to determine the level of our wellness and our health and our healthy longevity tomorrow.
We want to keep people healthy. We don't want to see that deterioration. The whole process of the anti-aging and regenerative medicine that I'm so passionate about is on the premise that we can maintain energy, we can maintain health.
So prevention is key, but people need to value it, and people need to understand what it is and take responsibility.
Inside every cell in your body, you're constantly producing negative and positive molecules called oxidants and reductants, and the contraction of that name is redox.
So with these molecules, we're amping up that communication. We're helping that cell signal.
Without these cell signaling molecules, we simply wouldn't do the gene replication that we need, the DNA sequencing that we need. These redox signaling molecules interact throughout the body with every cell that we know.
Every cell in our body needs these molecules for communication purposes. The more balanced they are, the more abundant they are, the healthier we are.
ASEA actually has the combination of the oxidants and the reductants that the body makes. So all we're doing with ASEA is enhancing what the body is already doing.
Having a product, a technology that's native to the body doesn't have to worry about detoxifying it because it knows exactly what to do with redox molecules. It's one of, if not the safest recommendation I ever make to a patient.
They found a way to stabilize them outside the body. And you can actually put them back into bodies that are deficient in those molecules. That's a game changer.
To have something that at its molecular level is native to the body is nothing short of a breakthrough.
This is something that's foundational for health, for every cell. It affects every cell in our body. And not just the cells, but the very DNA within those cells. You know, we talk about the discovery of DNA as being a huge breakthrough, the discovery of penicillin. Yes, these were absolutely huge discoveries, but now we have something that actually goes even deeper.
This is where the future lies, and this is why redox chemistry and supplements that employ this are so powerful.
They literally turn on and turn off, signal every single process in every living cell. And to be able to stabilize a product that allows us to replenish that is just a phenomenal breakthrough.
This has the capability to change the landscape of the healthcare system as we know it.
So now that we've spoken about cellular health from the inside out, let's show you what's possible from the outside in. That's made possible by ASEA's topical versions of Redox technology. They are Renew 28 Redox Gel and our intensive redox serum. These redox technologies are supported and enhanced by their complementary and all natural ingredients products. They are our gentle refining cleanser and our ultra replenishing moisturizer. But a picture is worth 1,000 words. So let's just show you what our redox technologies are worth with these amazing health, anti-aging, and age-reversing results. Lines and wrinkles are smoothed out. Elasticity comes back to the skin. Skin blemishes, spots, dots, inflammations, irritations, aggravations, other signs of poor health to the skin, being rejuvenated, being renewed. Even the aftermath of some of these unfortunate conditions coming back to the proper surface of the skin. Now, this is Rosie. The dramatic difference you're seeing in the first two pictures on the left could not be seen by Rosie because Rosie didn't take those pictures. And Rosie actually believed that the products were not working. Rosie went to see her doctor. That's who told Rosie about ASEA and who took these pictures. And when Rosie told the doctor that the products didn't work, the doctor showed her these pictures. And I guess the rest of the story can be seen here, right? Everyone says they want to see how ASEA goes. Good idea. But Rosie missed those changes because Rosie didn't take those photos. And you may miss them too if you don't take pictures. So please take pictures. That's how you see how it goes. And for anything you can't take a picture of, keep a written record instead. Before your ASEA arrives, make a list of everything about your health, anything about your health you want to track. Any specific health concerns, energy, sleep, stress, digestion, muscle focus, mental and joint comfort, endurance, workout recovery. And then give each item on your list a score from 1 to 10, 10 being very good. And then do this again after your 7th day, 30, 60, 90 days, and so on. Now, some people notice results early on, like Rosie, within 7 weeks for Rosie specifically, others within 7 days. And most can have an experience in around about 7 minutes. However, some people need to apply more product, more time, more patience, generally when there's more going on with their health. What we know scientifically is that redox molecules are redox molecules. They're all the same in life. Doesn't matter whether it's you, me, animals, plants, or bottles of ASEA. They're all precisely the same redox molecules. Studies show that ASEA redox products have an immediate positive effect. They work in every single person, every single time. Scientifically impossible for them to not work in you and or hurt you, but what does differ from person to person is the time it takes them to notice the change. This doctor decided to do a little experiment of his own on his very own face and use Renew 28 on only half of his face and not the other. Can you spot the difference there? Now, Renew 28 is not just for the face, arms, hands, bellies, buttocks, thighs, and all over. Now, these pictures here are actually from a study by a world-leading laboratory. This study was done because there were many stories coming in from all over the world of people saying that their cellulite had disappeared while using Renew 28. So scientists set upon double-blind, placebo-controlled clinical trials to see, was there any truth to these stories? What they found was after just 12 weeks, there was a 16% reduction in the appearance of cellulite. And when the scientists did ultrasounds to try and discover why this was happening, they saw the subcutaneous fat that was causing the cellulite was actually being dissolved from the use of Renew 28. Renew 28 helps reduce the appearance of cellulite and wrinkles, enhancing skin texture, smoothing the skin, supporting surface skin cell renewal, not just for visibly younger looking skin, not just looking skin, healthier skin, actual healthier skin. Now, Renew 28 helps soothe skin discomfort after things such as perhaps shaving or sun exposure, but Renew 28 is not just for the skin. It helps soothe discomfort around the body, and you can know about it in about 10 minutes. If you have some discomfort around your body, rate that discomfort on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the most discomfort you could experience. Put the Renew 28 on that point of discomfort 3 times within 5 minutes. And usually 9 to 10 out of every 10 people we see will notice a soothing or reduction of discomfort within approximately 10 minutes. Now, nothing that I've said here today has been intended to diagnose anything that you're going through. And ASEA does not claim to treat or cure any diseases. Thanks very much, Vikki. I would like to hand it back to you. I'm very excited to hear from a good mate today.
Yeah, thank you so much for that, Stevie. That's an amazing presentation that you've given all of us, and I learned something brand new from that every single time. And I agree, it does take some time. So that's fantastic. Thank you so much for sharing. Our next guest today is Dan Doyle. Now, Dan, he's an Aussie. He's living in Hawaii. Amazing. And he enjoys it over there immensely, and we love to speak to Dan because he shows us that in that background there, he shows us the beautiful Hawaiian lifestyle and weather that they get. So Dan's also come back from a 2-year severe life challenge, health challenge, and his life has been given back through him taking Redox and the ASEA products. And Dan's now an international multi-million-dollar success story. He's the ASEA ambassador, triple diamond, and he's the top 3 ranking ASEA in ASEA worldwide. That's fantastic. What a such an amazing man to have gotten so far, and he'll tell you all about that in a moment. He's also on the ASEA Global Advisory Board, and he's one of the members on there. ASEA $1 Million Earners Club, he's in that. That's an amazing club as well. And he's also a recipient of the ASEA Business Builder Award, the Entrepreneurial Spirit Award, and Emerging Leader of the Year Award. I present to you Dan Doyle. Welcome, Dan.
Thank you, Vikki. Thanks for going through all those accolades, and I'm not one for recognition, to be honest, but obviously everything we do and everything you just heard is a reflection of the people that we help. So it's amazing to be in a situation where we've got this incredible breakthrough where we don't have to hope and pray that it's going to work for somebody. It's just it just does it. So for anybody who's new on this call, I just like to say, just relax. We are not here to sell you anything or convince you of anything. We are here just to share our stories. Stevie's doing an incredible job of presenting the breakthrough, the products, and he's also going to go into the opportunity after I finish going through my story as well, which is equally as important as the breakthrough, because I can tell you that the actual business of ASEA saved my life. And I'm a guy who came from traditional businesses, you're going to hear, and I would have never ever contemplated or thought I'd be getting involved in a network marketing company where I was actually involved with a product, but that's the case. And everything that I go through right now, I would never change anything, because it's led me to this incredible breakthrough where we have the ability, the capacity to help so many with whatever they're going through. You know, see as a vehicle that can take people back to their health, or can take them to where they want to go financially. So just to reiterate what Stevie said, that these products are not intended to treat, diagnose, cure, or prevent any disease or medical condition, but we have something pretty incredible, something that can empower the body to heal itself. And cheekily, we like to say that with long-term use of these products, and sometimes even short-term use, these products are a cure for skepticism. Now, I grew up in Sydney, Australia, and I played many sports, and I used to play a lot of sports to distract myself from school, which I eventually dropped out of. Didn't like it at all, and I wasn't good at it, but very successful in sports and also in traditional business. I never let school get in the way of a good education, I can tell you. So played many sports, as I said, but did this thing called bodybuilding. And if there's, for any of you ladies on the call, please don't get too excited because I don't look like this anymore. But this is a photo of me when I was 24 years old. And this is the start of me being a young entrepreneur. I went into business in my early 20s. And over the next 20 years, I ended up building and selling 20 traditional businesses, employing about 3,500 people in all different types of industries, from health and fitness into the security industry, hospitality, construction, you name it, I've done it. Fast forward 20 years to 44 from 24. This is a picture of me, not a bodybuilder anymore, but still keeping very fit and healthy, going to the gym every single morning and just doing more cardiovascular work. 53 tomorrow actually, and still very, very fit and healthy, not in too much different condition to what I am here in this photo. But this is coming to the end of me being an entrepreneur. And the reason for that was 6 months after this photo was taken, in 2011, the doctors gave me some really bad news. And this is a photo of me on the right-hand side with no hair from the top of my head, which I do have now, by the way, to my toes. And you can imagine what I went through for 2.5 years in and out of a hospital in Sydney, Australia. And what they did to me, I wouldn't wish on my worst enemy. There was a very fake smile because I was with a hero of mine, Johnny Manor, who played the highest levels of rugby in Australia. He'd already been through all the hospital visits that I had started in this photo, and he got through it. He was in remission. He was 21 years old in this photo, but unfortunately, after this photo was taken, not too long after, his issue came back. Went back into hospital, lost all his hair, lost all of his weight, and unfortunately, we lost him at the age of 23 years old. It was a very sad time. At the end of what I went through, my doctors told me to get my affairs in order. It was a huge shock because I was in the hands of the experts as far as I was concerned, and I thought I was going to be okay. But that wasn't the case. So at that point, when I was told to get my affairs in order, I made a decision to take the responsibility of my health back into my own hands. And that was another hard thing for me to do too, because I only believed in conventional, traditional medicine and doctors, and I never believed in anything alternative or functional, never believed in naturopaths, never believed in chiropractors. So I had to flick the switch. I had to look after myself. And I went on to an alkaline diet. I spent a lot of money on products from network marketing companies from around the world as a customer. Now that was a hard pill for me to swallow because I didn't believe in that industry. But I did do that, and for many months and up to 2 years, I looked after myself with all these products and an alkaline diet. And you would think my health, my body would have been heading in the right direction, but I can tell you that that wasn't the case. This next photo is a picture of me taking the responsibility of my health back into my own hands and looking after myself. How do I look, guys? Well, I can tell you I was still very, very sick. Blood works were still heading in the wrong direction. As you can see, I look about 20 to 30 years older than the photo prior. Still in a lot of trouble. This is in 2014. A friend of mine calls me, and all he said was, "I think I found something that can help you." Long story short, I got on a plane in Sydney, Australia, flew to Salt Lake City, and I met my friend Bart Cotter in the headquarters of this company called ASEA. I started on the product, and in 3 hours, a short 3 hours, my body was detoxing so fast I had little red spots all over my upper torso. They weren't annoying me. It was just my body detoxing, like little red pimples. In 12 hours, a 20-year caffeine intolerance had gone away. 20 years of bloating and discomfort, any more than 2 coffees a day, a lot of trouble with my health. I had 6 coffees the next day. That issue that I had for 20 years had gone away. The light bulb went on the next day, 48 to 72 hours in on the product. I had so much lung damage from what they put me through in that hospital. I had trouble breathing and talking at the same time. Well, 48 to 72 hours on the product, my lung. I went back to Australia. I kept drinking this product in this little blue bottle. And 12 months later, in 2015, this is the day the doctors gave me some very good news. They told me there was no sign of those 2 major health challenges. Not only that, multiple injuries from playing sports. I had an old whiplash injury for about 30 years from doing bench press wrong when I was doing weights. I had hip problems, back problems, pelvic problems, 80% use of one shoulder, 80% use of one hand. All these things had disappeared while taking this product over a 12-month period. My whole body was rebuilt top to bottom, including pollen problems, sneezing, runny nose for 20 years. That was my journey back to health. Now, fast forward 3 years on the product, you can see I'm looking a lot better again. And I can tell you I was feeling a lot better again. I always like to go back here and just explain, because when we're actually doing presentations, when we used to in front of, hundreds of people, we can look into a crowd and we can see who was healthy and who wasn't healthy, because what was happening on the outside is a reflection of what was going on the inside. And it is for anybody. And that was exactly what was happening for me here. I was a very, very sick person on the inside. 1 year on the product, looking much better, feeling much better. Same thing. This is a reflection of what was happening on the inside at that time in 2015. And 3 years on the product, my complexion in this photo was a reflection of what was happening on the inside at that time as well. So that was my story, my journey back from health to no health, and then regaining it thanks to this incredible breakthrough. Now, as I said, I could never have imagined actually getting involved in a network marketing company, because I came from traditional business and I didn't believe in the business model. I stayed naive to the fact of the power of network marketing and what it stood for and what it could do. I didn't think it was real. If somebody came to me with Amway this way or that way, I would definitely run the other way. But I can tell you, as a byproduct of losing my health and regaining it because of what this product did for me, I started sharing it with people. And, it became a responsibility to do that with the results that I personally had on the product. And it was the thank you checks that I received for helping people that actually saved my life. Because if it wasn't for those thank you checks for helping people, I wouldn't have been able to afford more product, which I needed to invest in more product for my health at the time, because we lost everything financially. I mean, from being very successful in traditional business, we end up living in a van. We almost went to the Salvation Army for food stamps. It was really tough times. So helping people over a period of time, and the biggest regret that I have with what we do now is the first 5 months I didn't share this with anybody. So I think back and I just wonder how many people that I affected in a negative way by not talking to people with what this product can physically do for someone. So that's my biggest regret. It's scientifically impossible not to work. And when I started sharing this, obviously the business evolved in the background. The first 12 months, I got to an incredible position in this company as a diamond in the business. And then same thing as a byproduct of helping people. In the second year, I got to triple diamond, and in third year, another 3 diamond levels to ambassador triple diamond. Now, I know you don't know what that means, but if you look at 20 years in traditional business, what I actually achieved and earned in income in 20 years, I've actually done that in the last 2 to 3 years through this business model. So we're talking about in a very small fraction of the time. So incredible business model we have. I believe that ASEA has taken the network marketing business model to the best business model on the planet for many reasons. When you partner with a company, there's a lot of things to look at. The first things that I would look at is the owners and the founders of the company. Now, for me, that wasn't the case because I was just after this for my own health. But if I actually looked at and doing the due diligence that I would normally do, we have got the most experienced founders and owners of this company either in any industry, traditional business or network marketing. They came from Fortune 50. Stevie's going to tell that story now. We've got an incredible executive team and leadership in the field. We have got the most compelling opportunity due to all of these things: the compensation plan, our ethos of the company, their principles and values, and we tick every single box. So this is the most compelling opportunity that I've ever seen in my entire life, and I've got a lot of experience in a lot of different areas. And I believe that in these times, even prior to the pandemic, this is the perfect storm for anybody to grab hold of this and share this with their family and friends for their health, but also get involved in something that can create an insurance policy with for you in regards to a residual income to run parallel to do this with whatever you're doing and change your life financially as well. And with that, with this incredible business opportunity, I'm going to hand back to Stevie just to go through what this can do for you and your families financially, and how you can leave a legacy and generational wealth to your families.
Thanks very much, Dan. And I just want to shout out my gratitude to Dan, because that little story that I told you at the beginning of how, there are very, very, very successful leaders in this company who believed in me too and took me under their wing and showed me how to believe and become more. Dan was the first. So life-changing. Thank you, mate. And as Dan said, his rank might not mean anything to you right now, but I can tell you what, it means something to many, many, many thousands of people whose lives have been changed in many, many significant ways. And so what I endeavor to do now is show you how Dan got to where he got to through the opportunity structure. And then maybe at the end, Dan's rank might mean a little bit more to you as well. Because with every great breakthrough, let's tell the truth, comes great opportunity. And ASEA is a life-changing opportunity. And that's created a life-changing breakthrough, I should say, that has created a life-changing financial opportunity, not the other way around. The breakthrough has created this opportunity. And that's running behind all of this. And you can make a living while bettering people's lives. So why is this so significant, this opportunity? Well, ASEA, first and foremost, is the world's first and only redox signaling supplement for two simple reasons. For nearly 3 decades now, no one other than just one person, Dr. Gary L. Samuelson, medical atomic physicist, has been able to figure out how to create and stabilize redox signaling molecules outside of the body. Nobody else has been able to do it. In fact, for the 2 decades before Dr. Samuelson's breakthrough work, science had declared that this was impossible. And 2, ASEA is heavily patented. But not only is ASEA not allowed to be copied, ASEA can't be copied. Can't be, because there's absolutely no way to be able to look into a bottle of ASEA and figure out how to reverse engineer it, because there are trade secrets in the making of ASEA. So it can't be copied, and it's not allowed to be anyway. And that means we have no competition. That means no copycats, no competition. No one in the world has what we have. No one. And no other products in the world can do what ASEA does. None of them. None. Nothing else in the world can get to the depth and level of achievement in the human body as what ASEA can, because redox works in everyone. Everybody needs redox, because nothing in the body works as well or at all without redox. And redox can't hurt anybody. No other product can make that claim. No juice, pills, super shake, fancy water, CBD oil, whatever. And so therefore, ASEA holds massive opportunities across all health science sectors: healthcare, wellness, athletic performance, sports science, beauty, skincare, aging, longevity. These are multi-trillion-dollar industries. And again, ASEA is the only company in the world that the world can get a redox supplement from. ASEA is an entrepreneur's dream. Our mission here at ASEA is to better people's lives and to be a force for good in the world. We can't do that on our own. And so we look for people to help spread the word. ASEA gives you the opportunity to earn money, income, just by sharing redox with others. For people looking for either an extra or part-time or full-time or big time, maybe a legacy living income. For people who have dreams, desires of a better life, income, lifestyle. There are levels of commissions to meet whatever levels of ambitions. To be able to afford making your goals, dreams, and desires a reality, ASEA helps you to create income that is both residual and leveraged. You receive a residual income from the first and all of the repeated purchases made by everyone you refer to ASEA. And because you can refer as many people as you like, the residual income potential is unlimited. On top, you also receive unlimited leveraged residual income from all of the repeated purchases made by every single person your contacts and others also refer. There's no limits to how far and wide these referrals can go. Just like when you recommend a good movie, TV series, restaurant, cafe, book, homewares, food, beauty products, health products, whatever. People tell people who then tell even more people, and it goes on and on. Word of mouth is the oldest and still today #1 most powerful and effective form of marketing in the world. There's no limits, especially with how connected the world is today, and therefore there's no limit to your income potential. Word spreads worldwide. ASEA is currently in 35 countries and opening new markets every year. Based on existing trends, the annual turnover is projected to exceed $500 million in the next 5 years. So residual income is very impressive, but more so, it's very important. You have residual bills. Have you noticed that? Bills that come in again and again and again and again without you doing anything. Why don't you have residual income to secure against that? Do you know what happens to most people by the time they're 65? Out of every 100 people, only 1 is wealthy. Only 3 are financially secure. 7 must still work to survive. At 65, not working because they want to. That's different. But these people are working because they have to. They are a slave to the dollar. And 74 out of every 100 people are dependent on welfare by 65. So what the heck is going wrong? What is one of the main financial principles that the top 4% seem to be able to figure out that the other 81% can't? Well, they can. And here's one of the biggest secrets. They've figured out how to make money sooner rather than later. That is no longer dependent on their paid by the hour, selling their time for money, labor intensive or own activity job, otherwise known as active income. Look, sooner or later, you won't be able to be as active as you are right now. Sooner or later, some people noticed it sooner rather than later in this current environment. And therefore, you won't be able to have as much active income as you have right now. And this may even be more concerning if you're thinking, my active income already isn't enough as it is. This is one of the biggest problems 81% of people get trapped in. Money is an excellent servant. You can use it to, do great things, look after people in really great ways. But let me tell you, it's a terrible master, money. If you don't find a way to make money while you sleep, you'll be a slave for money until you die. I'm not saying that jobs are bad. They're a great place to start for most of us. And if you truly do love your job, keep it. That would be smart. You're blessed if you love your job, if you really, really love it. But still, find a way to make money outside of your job that won't interfere with what you're currently doing that you love, because only relying on a single source of active income is not smart. In fact, it's dangerous to your financial security. So for people who are smart, who've been wanting to be in the right place at the right time, who are able to recognize a good thing, who decide to take control of their finances and their freedom, for people who aren't happy with the amount of money that they have, or perhaps how they have to make it, for people who have dreams and want a better life, ASEA is a significant opportunity to be paid a significant residual income from the inevitable growth of its global expansion to afford you those dreams and give you that real freedom. There's nothing better than making a living from bettering people's lives. We've all got to make a living, and this is a better way to do it in my book. That's what you get to do with ASEA. Who we become and what we do is the biggest reward, over and above any riches it will make us. Now, Don't get me wrong, you can make great money here, that's for sure. And you can even be rewarded on top with things like all expenses paid trips to 5-star luxury locations all around the world and have a really great time, meeting great people, making great friends, having great experiences, and a really great lifestyle. But honestly, at the end of the day, it's the effect we have on others that is one of the most valuable currencies there is. And that is the heart of a seer. And it was demonstrated here because the truth is, after big pharmaceutical companies were shown tens of millions of dollars and 17 years worth of powerful research, clinical studies proving a seer, those big drug companies offered to pay huge sums of money for the sole and exclusive rights to the ASEA Redox technology. Excuse me. However, they wanted ASEA to shut down and they wanted ASEA to take everyone off Redox. But thankfully, the founders of ASEA, Virtus and his son, Tyler Norton, had the great foresight to see grave concerns and consequences in doing that type of deal, because Virtus and Tyler saw people who went from severe health challenges that once left them and their doctors feeling hopeless to then experiencing life-changing power from Redox, just like Dan's doctors. And when Virtus and Tyler saw this, they were filled with a great sense of purpose and responsibility to get this breakthrough for humanity out to the world. And so they couldn't, in good conscience, sell out. So they didn't. They said no to the payout and yes to the people. For Virtus and Tyler, what had once just started out as a very big business play had now become more. The ASEA founders turned down that huge sum of money from big pharmaceutical companies, deciding to go the supplement route rather than the drug route in order to expedite the availability of this technology globally, making it available immediately to everyone without a prescription. One of ASEA's foremost guiding principles was demonstrated here, as is perpetually demonstrated in every decision they make. That is to always put people and principles before ego and economics. ASEA, the founders and the corporate team, they come from very big backgrounds, up to Fortune 50 backgrounds. They are exceptionally experienced in running very big, profitable, famous, household name companies. But their corporate soul revolves around putting people first, having an impact, making a difference, helping others to believe, belong, and become more, to be a force for good in the world. So you are in very good hands. Get back with the person who shared this with you. Let them know what stood out to you the most here. If you have any questions, ask them. They can point to where you can find the answers very easy. Plenty of university studies. Most importantly, though, there's hundreds of thousands of real people's life-changing redox experiences for you to see. ASEA is the real deal. Do you want to be happier and healthier? Do you want to live younger, longer? Of course. You may just want to become an ASEA customer. Or do you have dreams and desires? Do you want to be, do, have, and able to give more? Do you want to help people be happier and healthier? Do you want a better life, income, lifestyle? Do you want to increase the prosperity of the planet? Do you want to make a difference in the world? Become part of this redox reality and you can become more. If you'll just pass this information on for many, many others, you can better the lives of many, many others. And let me tell you, your life will become better in many, many ways. Thank you very much for spending this time with me, and may you always be happy and well. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Vikki. Thank you, Dan.
Wow. That's just so amazing for you to be able to share in detail, really, with everyone on the Zoom call here about the ASEA business, Stevie, and that's amazing. Dan's story is very touching, and I'm so grateful that he's with us here to tell the story, and he genuinely wants to help people. We all want to help people genuinely here with your health and well-being. And to as many people as possible, we want to get the word out around the world. And so if you have any questions for us, please feel free to ask them, because we have time for you and you're very important to us. So yeah, feel free to do that. Thank you, Stevie. Thank you, Dan, for your amazing stories, and the way that you tell us is so warming and real, and we love that.